Grand Rising to you, Quan Diamond.
We're coming in hot.
Good morning, Stephen Wilson. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, world.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Houston and surrounding continents. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
What a wonderful day.
Beautiful day.
Wonder-filled.
Yeah.
And guess what?
We're on Noah's Ark.
And we are not on Noah's Ark. We were able to get here this morning.
We're not. We needed Noah's Ark.
We needed Noah's Ark.
Oh,
Some of
my
us,
goodness,
are
yeah.
still trying to recover
Yeah.
from the flood
Oh my God.
that hit our area. But if you're listening in other parts of the world, welcome.
Good morning.
This is the new amazing 102.5 FM. It's your Do Good Through Good station. I'm Wendy J. Turner, and the team that's with me, the family is hope, overheard, and love.
It's our arsenal.
And God watches his words
To see it perform.
and he is waiting to perform in your life.
Amen.
And EA decided to give me a caca already.
He can't hear
I can
himself.
hear myself.
He's plugged up in his ears.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, you
Oh, Lord.
you
Can y'all hear me though?
You know
Yeah.
what happened to my drop? The one that used to be up in there every day.
It's still there.
You still love it?
It's still there.
Okay. You still love it? I still love it. In case they don't know what I'm talking about, 1, 2, 3. Wake up! The Lord don't want you sleeping. Get up and rise up and pray. Some of you need to get up earlier anyway. However, I have a...
You just gave somebody a heart attack, though.
I did?
Yeah, if they were listening.
Well, listen up. You have with you right now the Lord, and He is with us right now. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. We are grateful to have you here. Eduardo EA for Life is up in the house. Say good morning to him, bro.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I saw him in there praying, and I walked behind him as we were praying over the church before getting started. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing him talk to something, and the door opens, and it's pitch black in this church.
Yeah.
And it's like he said, "Get out!" And I'm like, "Okay, I'm in here. It's him in here, and he's walking in a pitch black church."
He's speaking to something.
Right? So the door's open. I just politely was praying, and I waited. And I looked at him. Okay, baby, what you saw? What you felt? Oh, I just need to go. I said, "Come through, warrior spirit."
Yes.
I mean, but he was like screaming, like, "You got to go."
All right, now.
Okay.
I was thinking like that.
It was husky.
It was reverberating in my room.
It was husky.
Yeah.
It was a husky prayer.
Amen.
Husky. And I said, because he's getting thinner and thinner. I tell you.
He said, "Oh, Lord."
I don't think it's viral. I think he's trying. So he better come on, slim fit, slim fit, slim
I
fit.
am trying.
I know.
Amen.
Well, you
amen.
looking good, but baby, you're looking good. Dorothy,
Good morning.
what do you have for the young disciples of America, the young adults? Is there anything that you'd like to tell the young adults this morning, Dorothy?
Stay true to who you truly are.
Uh-oh, that could be Shady
I
McGrady.
know.
Yeah.
For every lady.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, just be true.
Be true to who you truly are. And if you don't know who you truly are, do the research. Dig deep.
Ooh.
Oh,
no.
okay, now I'm sorry. I'm going to hold on.
Yeah, she been on the computer or something.
Thumbs up.
She done researched some stuff.
I
or
see it.
Yeah.
DNA
'Cause
testing or something.
Merlene, is there anything this morning?
I just love everybody a lot. I really do. Don't look at me like that. I'm so
She's
serious.
such a yellow.
Like, I am. I'm
Such
in
a
a really
yellow.
good mood today.
Okay.
I told y'all this was going to be a good week.
Yeah,
It's been
she's
good
spoken.
so far.
And I can't
Man.
hear you.
I'm sorry. I can't hear myself, so I'm,
It turns his headphones.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope everyone's having a good week. I hope that you...
We need to put some music back on under her layer. Because right now, just saying.
Sounds like she's in her bedroom voice.
No.
Maybe,
I'm
what's that dude?
not using my bedroom voice at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's that guy's name?
Ooh.
What's the dude's name?
Okay,
Oh,
Tanya,
he's-
how you doing today? It's your turn.
Okay. Should
Hey,
have let that go already. I was about to call her out.
man.
You were.
Keisha, I love you too. We love you.
She said, I'm not using my bedroom voice.
Keisha, guess what? You sounded beautiful. You're in a good mood.
Yeah. You know, sometimes bedroom voices at 6 o'clock in the morning, though.
Tanya, how
Wake
you
up.
doing today, Tanya?
Okay.
How are you?
I'm gonna leave you alone.
Surrender.
Okay, she done tagged out, sis. She done tagged out. Okay.
I'm sorry. I was being good.
You were.
I was just hearing what was.
Woo. Okay.
Well, this is how we start our mornings. And Mother Merlene, we love you, and we thank God for you.
Amen.
And that's the real OGs in the house. And she said, "We love you," and you can hear that voice. You see where I get my deep voice from. Say it again, Mama.
What did I say?
And you wonder why I sound like a baritone every morning. It's genetic. I get it from my mama. For real, for real. The one who really birthed me.
Amen.
November 17th, she gave life to me. Carried me. I was very, well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Tanya.
Good morning.
No, baby, I was 9 pounds. I think I was 9. I was 8 pounds, 14 ounces.
We want to clip that
Yeah,
location.
I was 8'14".
He was moving.
Mama was feeding me.
Absolutely.
And I didn't get breast milk at all. She didn't believe in that kind of foolishness. She said
Yes,
back
I
then.
gained 50 pounds.
Similac.
She gained 50 pounds. I gained 57 with Landon.
Ooh, so it's genetic.
We know that. We see that.
What?
How you see
I'm playing.
that? You know, there's
God,
shots
say it.
fired. Look out your
today.
phone. Your
she told
friend,
you
your best
you
friend
was
will be calling you soon.
Listen
Right?
to prayer and
You
another
either call you or he's gonna call me. Auntie, get him. I'm gonna say, all right, I got him.
I'm not going to get him because
Okay.
that's a whole nother story. Bishop Bernadette. Bernadette.
Really?
Bernadette.
Okay.
Bernadette.
We should do that drop.
That's not a
That
drop.
would be funny.
That's not a drop.
That'd be good.
That's
Yeah,
harassment.
that would be a good drop.
And I'm
Yeah.
filing charges when I leave
Oh,
here.
don't start now. I've been with attorneys. You can't be saying that. That was all yesterday.
Charges.
Filing
Okay.
charges. Oh, God. Okay, so what's going on this morning? I
Oh,
can't.
it's a good day. It's a good day. It's a blessing to be here. Like I said, it was a Noah's Ark moment because I really thought we were going to come in here in a boat. I texted you last night. I said, be mindful.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we had
We were swimming in.
Yeah, we had a lot of water
We
in
did.
Southwest Houston, and
Yeah.
the blessing was is that it stayed on the outskirts of Houston. The medical center did not get a lot of water.
Thank
The
God.
city of Houston, because your baby sister was out there in it,
Right.
doing some work and stuff, trying to get home.
Right.
Ended up not getting home till 3 o'clock this morning because she
Oh,
still had some work to
God.
do. So,
Wow.
yeah, but I mean, that's because she had a job she was working on. But still, the mere fact she couldn't get home when she wanted to get home.
Right.
And I said, you know what? Ain't no rush.
And 2 years.
If you drive and safe where you are, stay where you are.
Right.
And we're so grateful the water did a great
It
receiving
receded
as
very
much as,
well.
and many people remember Harvey hit us hard.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to us from other areas,
Yeah.
other countries and cities, we don't want the call to always be about Houston, even though we're
Yes.
Yeah.
stationed
Yes.
here. But
Yeah.
what I would want to say is that many people are still struggling.
Yeah, recovering from Harvey.
It's mental, and so
Yeah.
when you see water
You see
and rain
water
and
like
hear
this?
it, you have a recall.
Yeah,
Of
because there's
what it
still
was.
homes that took in water for over 400 homes that took in water in Kingwood area.
Right.
Right.
And there was
Yes.
9 inches of rain in our area.
Right.
You know, you can imagine what Maryland goes through mentally because it's like automatic.
You know what I think we need to have happen?
Okay.
You, as one of the producers,
Okay. Okay.
maybe we need to have you do the national, the international, and the local weather every day.
You just trying to say I sound like my daddy?
Yep.
And I receive that in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. So maybe we could do something like if you're in Australia,
Oh,
run.
wow.
If you're in Africa, this is what we got. If you're in Houston, get some deodorant.
Okay.
You know, and maybe you could just check the weather because you were giving us all the stats.
That's because I'm checking out what's going on. If I got to get out in it, I want to know what I'm getting out in.
Meteorologist B.
Good morning to you, Piece of Truth. Good morning, Traps. Good morning, Raymond Richardson. Good morning, Stephanie. She says she can't this morning in Virginia because we are already acting up. Good morning to our brother in Nigeria. Good
Amen.
morning, Erica.
Good morning.
Chambers.
Yeah,
But I think
yes.
that's a good idea, seriously.
Yeah, okay. We'll discuss
Really,
that
just
on
make
air.
it brief. I think it's
Sure.
cute. So guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody ask how I'm doing?
What? Wait, did we discuss it? Oh, how you doing?
I thought you was next.
How you doing, sis? I was about to go into some. I mean, you know. Okay, go ahead.
It's too late. It's too late.
Wow. Yeah, so about me.
Yeah.
Mm.
How you doing?
Yeah, thanks. Because you know what? Statistically, people in my position don't really get asked a whole lot.
Oh,
It's assumed, oh, she just tired. Forget the rest of the life emotions. Oh, you just tired. Well, wait.
I pray for you.
Oh, I,
think
said
about you.
asking. It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
You gotta do moving
doing?
secrets.
I am doing well. You know, I'm on
Amen.
prayer sabbatical on the prayer call. That doesn't mean my life stops at prayer and there's nothing wrong.
Amen.
It's just where I get to just have me and him.
Yes.
It's private.
Yeah.
It's just me and him.
Amen.
And that's when you want to know where I'm hearing and seeing things. Sometimes it's beautiful things. So I couldn't be happier about that.
Amen.
Hold on, Mama, what that mean?
What do you mean?
What did you mean, Mama? Sandra?
I was just agreeing with you. That's all. Because I am really, really. Oh gosh, I sound horrible.
They both do that.
Yep, that's natural right
Focus
there.
on the negative.
Yeah, genetic
But
right
I
there.
realize for you that when you see something, feel something,
Mm-hmm.
and God shows you something, and you have to try to hold a lot of it in without, putting it out there
Revealing
for
it.
people.
Revealing
Yes,
it. Mhm.
yes. It's a lot. It's a lot on your heart, in your mind. And I realize that, so that's why I was saying, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I guess you're saying because I pick up a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, you do.
I do.
You're
Yes,
like
you
a
do.
big old antenna for God, and and
And it's been like that since she was a little
since she was
girl.
born. Yeah.
Oh, this is going.
Did we just talk about this yesterday?
Right, sure
Okay.
did.
I sure did.
You know,
All 8 pounds.
all 8 pounds. I was almost
10
9
pounds.
I was almost 9
10
pounds.
Wait, where was she born?
Hold on. What is happening? No.
Shots fired.
Herman Hospital.
So was Herman Hospital because there was a hospital you were
Tanya,
in off of
Tanya
She
go
been
again.
off of Alameda
But she wasn't born.
at one point. Yeah.
That might be a doctor's
What
appointment. too.
No.
I was born in Herman,
No,
not
there's-
LBJ, not
No,
Memorial.
no. There was
Hey.
like
I was
another.
born every day.
Not
Okay.
Big Top.
Okay. I know it was you that because I was in the. Okay, it's okay.
I was born in Herman.
Okay.
That's what my birth certificate says.
Okay.
And I was really born. Y'all used to tell me.
Was Herman the same Herman that's in
Ring the
position
bell.
on
Ring the
family?
bell.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Listen,
Somebody was at another
I was
hospital.
told in a quiet room. Let me tell you, Keisha. That's how I know you have a very interesting family. Shout out to Keisha Hamlin's family. But y'all act
Keisha
somehow.
got
The things I
aliases.
hear is it's almost sadistic and scary.
Is
Love
it-
you,
is it
but I
Keisha-
mean it.
Is it Keisha? Okay.
Keisha K. Stanley Hammond. Which
Yeah,
government
like I
name
said,
is right?
all the aliases.
But
okay.
my sister
Like she
pulled me
invaded.
aside and had a full conference with me.
Who did?
I don't know where you were, because
Okay.
you always in the clouds somewhere shooting BB guns. But
Right.
Cheryl had a talk with me and said, they told you were born. And just like this, you were born in Herman. But that's not
That
what
sounds
really
like her.
happened.
That
What
sounds like
really
her.
happened
Like her.
is that they found you. You came on the porch, and they felt so bad for
That
you.
sounds-
That sounds
I mean,
like
she
her.
was serious, straight face.
That's Cheryl.
And here I am, a little impressionable girl going, they did? They found me on the...
Oh,
Yes,
like
and
the
they
Grinch.
took you in, and that's why you're different from us, because they found you. And I went through an identity thinking, they told me I looked like him. I don't. They found me, and she was like, it's true.
Oh
We
my
found
God.
you. We loved you
Yes,
right
yes.
where you were.
You know,
So I was really born. My mama said it,
yeah, she was a mess. Not
Yes,
you,
yes.
Cheryl.
but
Still a mess.
yes, but I was not found on the basket.
No,
We
So-
you
love
was
you,
not.
Cheryl.
No.
which brings this subject is
We love
this.
Cheryl.
This week is Mother's
Day.
week,
Yeah.
Sunday. If you didn't know, Mother's Day is being celebrated around the world, right?
Amen.
And it's a time when we get to give mothers their flowers now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bittersweet moment for many, because some are saying that they miss their moms.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
some are saying, I'm glad my mom is here.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you, I was thinking about several things that crossed my mind through the night. I was real excited about you joining us here in studio.
She's still excited.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things is that when you say it's a gift to have your mother and father still here,
Absolutely.
you don't know the gift, the fullness of the gift until you don't have the
That's
gift.
right. That's
And
right.
I don't know what that's like to
Yes,
not
God.
have it.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
like, I don't want to feel like I'm taking it for granted. I don't want to
Oh, right.
feel like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not appreciative.
Sure.
And so I want to be able to really envelop the moment inside and internalize it, because I don't want to miss it. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
And so Mother's Day is here, and giving flowers to mom while she's alive, and just being able to honor her as we honor moms. That's what today is about. And if you're tuning in, we thank God for you tuning in.
Amen.
But I want to just say today we'll be praying for mothers that are missing their moms,
True.
Amen.
fathers that are missing their moms.
Amen.
All right.
Yes.
So those that have gone on, okay, and that's something we take seriously. Is that cool?
Amen.
But today is also going to be a day we get to ask Mama things.
Okay.
Yes.
You get to ask, and Mama is already prepped and primed. And if y'all know Mama Sandra, she's gonna do her absolute best to be as clean and PG
There we go.
and
PG.
as we know she can.
Parental guidance.
Yes.
The
Tell me
first
the
sign
mic.
the first thing she saw when she walked in the room was the sign on the
You know, I
wall
thought
that
about
said
that,
what?
too.
No cussing.
No cussing.
I thought about that last
She said, I don't curse, I cuss. I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Yep. And she's gonna do her absolute best to be an ambassador today as she's throwing stuff.
I didn't
So,
throw that.
oh,
It just went off the table.
okay, Mama, when you hit that, the thing makes. Mama,
That's you.
Stop.
It's gonna be an interesting morning.
Well, but no topic is really off the table.
Amen.
And I think sometimes we are afraid to ask moms what they're thinking, or women that are older than us that have more experience than us, because some things have been told it's taboo. I didn't grow up in a house like that. I did not. I don't know what it's like to grow up in a house that didn't teach things. Mom taught what she could and what she knew, and she might not have she didn't teach me certain things that may have been, say, street related, because she didn't know them. So she didn't talk about what she couldn't. But anything that she could explain, anything from being a woman, from being a mate, she shared it. And so I didn't grow up in a household that kept that stuff quiet. So I didn't even realize it was a blessing. I didn't know. You know what, to be honest with you, many of my friends growing up said, hey, my mother didn't talk to me about my cycles. You know, we can say that. They didn't talk about that. And my mama didn't explain to me cramps or about sex.
Sure.
My mother, it's never been talked. I said, so at this age, in your 30s or 40s, you've never had a conversation from your mother about your body. No, it was. And I'm like, really? So it's interesting that we have her here, because I believe many people crave that, want that, or long to have that again. And so today I selflessly get to share you with possibly 800,000 people listening in. That's potential.
Okay.
Those on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube watching.
Worldwide.
So with that said, Sandra Johnson, Mama Sandra, welcome to the call. Everybody, let's go ahead and clap for you. Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Somebody says your facial expressions are everything. That's Velism.
Oh, it's V. Okay.
Our sister in Jersey said, oh, good morning, Mama Sandra. You picked her up from the airport.
Oh.
Our sister and brother Reese in Australia says hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Good day, mate. How'd I do?
And if you want to reach us,
Yes.
please call into 832-685.
1025.
One more time, 832-685.
685
1025.
All right.
We love it. Well, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take that quick break. If you have to be at work at the top of the hour, you've got 38 minutes to get there. Please let me go ahead and shade you real good. You can't tell your boss, because mine really did this, that your power outage messed up your clock, because you use phones now. They self-correct. Ooh. Do not use that as a fib. Get to work on time, gentlemen and women. We love you so much, and I meant that. But guess what, Mom? We're about to take a quick break.
Okay.
And guess what's going to happen? We've got a special treat just for you.
Oh.
We get to ask people who come on and visit us that face. I can't. And no one can see if you're.
That face is everything.
No, though they can see you, though. You got a bunch of people that can see you, so don't thank God too hard. You got a camera right there looking at you. You got 3 cameras.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And then you got those who are listening. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, guess what?
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes,
So
I'm ready.
every time we have a guest, we try to remember to ask what their favorite song is.
Okay.
And we try to play it. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't always work. We try.
Yeah.
But we got yours.
Mhm.
So we're about to play Tremaine Hawkins, What Shall I Do on the Break?
All right.
So we want you to keep on the headphones.
Okay.
Keep it locked on the new amazing 102.5 FM. It's her favorite song. She loves the song. It's called What Shall I Do? I'm Going to Wait by Tremaine Hawkins. You're listening to the new amazing 102.5 FM. It's your do good through good station. I'm Wendy J. Turner, and this is Rise Up and Pray. Keep it locked.
All righty. All right.
I got tissue.
Okay. Woo, you good?
Aw.
Yeah.
I got it.
Just in case that's like.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know what's wrong with this thing, man.
Good morning, family. Good to see everybody.
What move I make? Oh Lord, what shall I do?
What's up,
I'm
family?
trying not to cry already, right?
I'm going to wait
All right now. Good morning. And I am the vicious one. Good
for
morning.
an answer from you.
Come on.
I have nothing to do.
Open this court.
Oh Lord, I'm going to wait. Ooh-wee.
Look, Sandra, Karen say, love you, mama.
I know you come.
Somebody said, love you, Mama. That's Karen.
No. Okay.
Let's see. For me, Erica. Please set my soul free. Oh Lord, know you'll come through. Yes, He will.
Amen.
Oh. I can't live without your help. That's right, y'all. I am weak all by myself.
I'm sweating. Help me.
Lord, please give me the strength I need so I can possess eternal peace. Never heard this?
Just straight
Carrie
on.
sing this in church all the time. Pull 'em up.
I want to hear you.
You want to hear her sing? Good luck.
Yeah.
Call her. That's requested.
She'll sing for me.
Okay.
She
probably
loves
will.
me that much.
Oh Lord, what shall I do? Jesus, that's it.
What shall I do?
I'm going to wait. Yes.
I'm just gonna wait.
It does, Stephanie.
Nothing to do. Oh Lord, you wait.
So I'm gonna wait on you.
How you feel?
Yes, it is. Come through. Yes, He will. Yes.
You'll come
Oh,
For me.
with a blessing.
that's it.
Oh Lord, you come through.
I can hear everybody else. I can hear everything, but when I speak, you know.
Oh, turn up. On the last one, all the way over there, turn it to the right completely. Yes. To the right. No, to the right. To the right. It
It was always, yeah.
was already maxed out.
My feet.
All of them maxed out except the last
Yeah.
alone can wipe away my tears. Yes, Lord. Yes. Glory to the mighty. Yes, glory. In Jesus Christ, I have everything. Yes. No one like Jesus. Nobody.
Y'all better help me. Today.
My broken heart. Yes. And put it back together. Together. Seconds.
Yeah.
That went by fast. So what shall I do?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think about KK on that.
Yeah.
Should I make? Yes, Jesus.
Come on, let's worship him.
I do. I'm going to wait. I'm a wait, Lord. 'Cause I know you come through. Yes, He will. Yes, He will. Yes, He will. And yes, He has. Yes, Lord. Amen. Yes, that's
That
good
was a good
faith.
faith.
He did all right this morning.
Wait. I
Thanks,
can
baby.
kind of hear myself. Oh.
We have life.
Your hair ain't coming back, baby.
You
That's a
Yes,
blessing.
himself, and we're all gonna rejoice because he can. That was Tremaine Hawkins. What shall I do? You're listening to the new amazing 102.5 FM.
Amen.
This is Wendy J. Turner with the entire Hope Over Her morning prayer team,
Yeah.
and love is
Our
arsenal.
And if you're joining us right now, you know that it's tough to have a dry eye because watching your mama worship and knowing that song's words, because that song is what it is priceless.
Yes, it is.
And like I said it earlier this morning, I don't want to miss the moments.
Right.
So, Mama, this is time, I know, and you were just worshiping, and that's, why that song?
Because it means a lot. It should mean a lot to everyone, because he will come through. Just wait. Just wait. Be patient. Keep praying. Keep loving people. That's so important. If we just put love, just love, to love one another. If you love someone, you will do everything that you can for the person. Loving. That is God's first commandment.
Come on now.
Love. It means a lot.
Excuse me for sounding kind of cracky on the mics, but you're listening to Rise Up and Pray, and
Yes.
we're here rising up at 6 a.m. Central Time every day, Monday through Friday. 832-685-1025 is the number. Go ahead and give that number again.
832-685-1025.
If you'd like to call in and speak with us, the phone lines are open. Daphne, are you coming to Houston soon? This week? Let me know if you are, Daphne.
Amen.
Somebody's calling in, and so we're going to allow that person to have time on the airwaves this morning, calling in to most likely speak to Mama Sandra. So, Mama, I think you got a
How you
call.
doing?
Amen.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna put you on hold. Okay?
Okay.
So in the meantime,
Yeah.
so what are the plans for this week, this weekend? Because I know Mother's Day is typically one of those Sundays that everybody wants to take somebody out to dinner. You know, it's gonna be packed out.
Right.
So
So right now, what HOH is planning to do, Hope Over Hurt Family, will be serving at, I believe, El Renetaire. I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's an elder care facility, going to give care packages to the mothers,
amen.
and even in Tent City.
Spread the love.
So the idea of Mother's Day, and really, Brittany didn't even know how much that was what I wanted to do, because Mama loves to give, and she loves to serve that. So in honor of Mama, I wanted that to be what we do, instead of going into the restaurants and feeding them. Go and feed someone who hasn't maybe been touched or handheld. So we'll be in the elder care facilities, loving on the elder, and so we're taking donations. If it's chapstick, socks, Kleenex. Things that could just make someone feel good. That's what we're doing in honor of Mother's Day, because Mama loves that, and I love the team who understands that.
Amen.
So, but we have a caller for you.
You do.
All right.
Put 'em on.
Amen.
Good morning, caller. You are listening to the new amazing 102.5 FM. This is Rise Up and Pray. Who am I speaking with?
Cameron.
Hi, Cameron.
Hi.
Are you calling early? What's going on with you, sweetie?
Nothing much. I just called to tell Mama Sandra thank you and happy Mother's Day. And I love her. And thank you for loving me.
Oh, my Lord, boy.
I do love you, Cameron. I do.
Unbelievable. I am not doing this with you this morning,
You're
Cameron.
beautiful, crazy. Stay like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling to say that, baby. Now, Cameron, tell the world how old you are.
I am 12.
You're
The
12.
youngest deacon in the world.
The youngest deacon in the world. We thank God for you, baby. I love you
Yeah,
too, though.
I do.
Amen.
I love you.
Love you too,
Yeah.
brother.
Oh, man. That's what it's all about. That's one of our babies with Hope Over Hurt. Love is, Cameron.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Keep it locked. I don't think he heard me. He knows the words.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so, Mama, what is it you would, growing up in your way, what would you tell a mother, maybe a young mother, a new mom, a mother that has a teenager, any age group, what would you tell a mother? What would you want a mother to know coming from all that you've done, because you're one of the rare ones. You're there more than most. Your heart of giving transcends a lot, and it's inevitable that we should be like you, and that's an honor.
Yes.
So, what would you tell someone?
A mother? Tell a mother? I would tell a mother to speak to your children. Let them know that they can open up to you, tell you things. And if you open up to them and let them know about being touched.
Yeah,
Let them know.
yeah.
And if it's
You mean
anyone,
molested?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean a hug. I mean being molested. Is so important to me, because I went to where adoption agency told the narrator what I told my girls, that if anyone, it can be an uncle, it can be a dad, if they know that they can talk to you without any
resolve.
like I'm not superior to you.
Right.
And if they do, because I asked my girls, I said, what if Uncle Henry would touch you in a place? What would you do? Both of them said, I tell you. I said, well, what about a cousin? You know, Cousin Ted, anyone. What would you do? I'll tell you. They were just so excited. I would tell you. I said, well, what if it was Daddy? Pause. I tell you, Mama. I said, that's great. I said, but what if it was me? What would you do? Shoulders went up, heads turned. I said, well, let me tell you. Tell somebody. Tell 4, 5, 6 somebodies. That's very important to understand that it could be anyone. It is entirely too much of this.
I agree.
Too much of this.
Yeah.
So what my thing is love, like I said before, spread love. If you love them,
Yeah.
show them that you love them. What they mean to you, how they can talk to you, ask you anything. I will not, you don't tell them yet, I'm not gonna think that you're bad, that you shouldn't.
Right.
That's when you start to teach. Teach them to love you, open up to you. That means a lot. Not just giving gifts, things like that. Talk. My kids came every time I got home from work. Sit at the bathroom, because that's where I had to go. Right at the door, they sat.
In the bathroom with her.
No matter what I was doing.
We did.
Amen.
And tell me about their day.
That's good.
Talk to me. And after they finished, I finished in the bathroom, they were fine. This was every day. Let them open up.
Every day, 4:15 about.
Yes.
You get home, and around that, and then it was about 4:15ish. No, you get home at 6. And I remembered me and Cheryl would sit at the threshold of the bathroom room, and it wasn't like some big wide bathroom, and it was normal for us to just, and we go, oh wow, that smells, or whatever, but we didn't care. That was our time to talk before she started dinner. I grew up in a house where Mama cooked every day.
Oh Lord.
Every day.
And
she
sweets.
She can cook.
And yeah, she cooked for us, like,
Yeah.
and planned her meals.
Chicken in the pot. Oh my God. Smothered chicken.
Come back. Come back.
You know, Tanya, come on.
Tanya, my sister, is I can't. So, but you did that. Wow.
Yeah.
How is it that it's so hard, Mom? There's so much pressure on moms right now
Yes, it is.
to answer social media or phones, keep up with your kids in 5 or 6 activities while being on top of your game in your careers. It's pressure to be a mom, much less, it's like everything else does have to take a back burner. Because you can't be beautiful, be smart, be amazing, be a great mom something lacks, what would you tell a mother that feels overwhelmed with trying to handle things of the home? You know, they can't always cook. They haven't been, some of them tried to cook, but how do you fit that in with six? I know. How do you fit that in with 6 activities of each child and keeping up with everyone's demand?
You ask your master, give me strength. And when you ask, anytime you feel overwhelmed, my thing is say the name, Jesus, Jesus, and He will come through.
Stephanie out of Virginia says, I told my son, I don't touch you there, nobody can. You are the only one that can touch you there. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Amen.
awesome.
Amen.
So this is a great word that's reverberating for so many. And if you want to call and ask, no, I said something good, I don't know. You can call in and speak to her. Nothing is off the table. 832-685-1025. Family members here. Growing up,
Yeah, it's a difference.
it's a difference.
Today.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about what you were just saying, how involved your mother was in your life and my life as well.
Right.
And I think about there's still some mothers of the 60s and the 70s and the 80s that are still around. There's some young mothers who still have that because they were able to be a part of a relationship with their parents like that. And I've noticed that when they can, not control, but when they have the respect of their child,
Yeah.
and they can tell that child no phone time, no TV time.
Right.
You know, when they can manage that with the authority that they're supposed to have, not be the child's friend, but be the child's parent,
Right.
then there's order in the home.
Right.
And that's one of the things that's missed because there's so much outside content coming into the child's life through social media, which we didn't have, that the children almost are on an even playing field sometimes because the mother and the father are on their device as well.
Right.
And so it's almost they see them do it, so we can do it. And so there's no division, and so there's no parenting. It's hard to keep in order. And so we came up whereas being spanked in school or whatever, reprimanded in school or reprimanded by the neighbor was acceptable.
Right.
Because it says it takes a whole village. I don't know if that's scripture, but it is. But it does take a whole village,
Right.
So, but that's not the thought process these days. It's really the parents are struggling because the parents have not set the proper guidelines, the proper boundaries, and started at a childhood, at their earliest childhood. They tried to do some correction later on instead of when they started getting out of control.
Out of control when they
Out of control, absolutely.
reactive versus proactive
Exactly,
measures.
exactly.
Yeah, we that's true, and that's how I raised Landon.
Yeah,
and
Landon,
she's about to be a great grandmother.
exactly.
I'm a grandmother. She's about to be a great grandmother.
Woo-wee.
And the fact she gets to see that is
Yeah,
such
what a blessing.
a blessing. I believe there's
can't wait till
someone
the
else
little boy
calling
gets here.
in.
Guess who it is?
Let's bring them on in. All right.
Ready?
Yeah. Welcome to Rise Up and Pray. This is Wendy J. Turner on the new Amazing 102.5. I'm having a feedback. I'm not sure.
That's the.
How is it now?
It's better. There you are.
Is that Sister Sam?
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what's that name? What's
Sister
that name?
Good morning.
Good
Hey,
morning,
sister.
HOH.
Calling
Good
in to speak to
morning.
your mother, I assume.
We heard some stories about
Well-
you already.
Sister Porch.
Oh. I think I missed that one.
Great, because you're the one who scarred me saying that I was on a
Yeah.
porch and
Yeah,
they
you
found me.
were
and they
Oh
were-
yeah, I totally thought you threw it out to get you away from me. Absolutely.
And-
Absolutely.
Bad.
That was one of my greatest rules ever.
Oh,
As you see, sadistic we are.
yes, she is.
Okay. And I believe
Wow.
because I was so different. Go ahead. I know you're not calling to tell me something. What you got this morning?
Well, what I have is I want to send out a blessing to all mothers.
Amen.
That is one of the greatest blessings ever given to us as women.
Amen.
And I pray for mothers that are juggling a million things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy,
Right.
but the reward is phenomenal.
Yes. Yes.
And in addition to reaching out to your father, there are people around you that have services that can help.
Wow.
And don't be afraid to say, you know what,
Yeah. I need some
I'm
help.
tired,
Yeah.
or I need help.
That's good.
Reach out to another mother, be a support to one another,
So true.
And what can happen is it can spread like wildfire because it's love, it's giving, it's generosity, it's extending a hand.
Yeah.
I praise and thank all the mothers that have ever entered my life that I'm surrounded by, even at HOH, and more especially to my mother. She doesn't realize that she is truly a warrior.
Yep.
She's a phenomenal cook. She has been there for everything in our life.
Yes.
She loves deep. She loves hard. But more importantly, she loves honestly. She tells you where you're at. She tells you where she thinks you need to be when even you don't agree. But she got your back.
Amen.
And I think what's missing now is parents don't get a chance to talk to their children. And that was something that we always had. And that door was always open to Lasagna and even KK, you know, Andrea, Rhonda. It was always open. She loved them just as much as a blended family.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful for you, Mother. I adore you. I simply adore you. Sometimes we butt heads, but I love it. It just makes me more excited because I know you love me. I thank you more than I can ever put into words, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
Because I always got something to say.
Yes, you do.
And Cameron beat me to the punch, but happy Mother's Day. Happy every day. I thank God every day for you. Every single day. So I hope you have a good day. I'll see you shortly because I am overwhelmed. But you guys have a great day. I love HOH. Love is our arsenal.
Yes, it is.
Peace, kids.
Peace, we love you.
Love you.
Bye. Bye. And we have another one coming in.
Amen.
Good morning. You're listening to Rise Up and Pray on the new amazing 102.5 FM. Who am I speaking with this morning? Hey, Veronica.
Veronica.
Good morning.
By way of Brooklyn.
Miss you guys.
Miss you too.
I have a question for Mama. What kind of advice would you give to a child that has been in that situation and actually has came to the parent and the parent didn't actually do anything, kind of just accepted it?
Right. It has to be.
And then the child doesn't want to tell anyone else because they want to protect their parent.
Okay. If a parent does anything like that, tell the child. Explain to them. Someone has to step up. If you know about this, or if you, not you, but the child needs to be told that they have got to. It is, just, they've got to talk.
But what if they have
not to the
nobody?
parent.
Yeah.
Not to the parent.
So go to someone else.
It has to be a teacher, preacher.
Yeah.
Someone will listen to you. That's why I say not one, not two, not five, 6.
Yeah.
Until someone listens and understands that parent, if they stoop that low, they don't need protection.
Not that the parent did it, but that someone
Did it and
that they were with.
and the parent
Yeah.
paid
That,
attention
I
to
get
it.
that a lot. I get that so much, Mom.
Yeah.
That people whose boyfriends, husbands, wives, what
Right.
have you, were part of it, and the parent just said, "Take it, deal with it. It's okay."
Right.
Or they acted as though it never
didn't
happened,
happen.
which is a survival mechanism
Yes.
Yeah.
of suppression.
Sure.
What?
What if the parent says, forgive them?
Forget
Then what?
What if the
forgive
parent
Yeah.
says to forgive the
The molester?
Person who did it.
The molester.
Well,
that
okay.
person needs therapy. A lot of it. And depending on the extent, they might need to be incarcerated. Even if that child has no one else. There is somebody out there. Say, for instance, HOH.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it a step further.
Yeah.
Let's say this happened to Veronica, and she told family, and no one did anything, and yet they told her just grin and bear it, so to speak, for lack of a better word, and you know what, forgive them. But yet that child grows up into a woman never knowing that she's really protected, that she's really that she has advocacy on her side. What I believe I'm hearing that. Not saying it's necessarily Veronica, but there's people who grow up bitter or do not have that type of closeness. What would you suggest they do? You're saying tell somebody else, find someone, get the help yourself. If no one listens to you, find your own sounding board. But don't stop, because you never know, it may not stop with you. And that's the thing, is that if you're listening in, what mom's plea was, hey, teach your children to call out for help with whatever the situation. It can be physical abuse, sexual abuse, but find the beacon. Someone's going to be a beacon. And if that, and if we empower our children, Veronica, from early on to do this into their adulthood, they will be more empowered.
Yeah.
See, whenever someone does anything to somebody like this, it disempowers them.
Yeah, it does.
And that they feel as though they have no voice. And we want to start now reversing that fact, changing that narrative.
Yes.
That narrative, right?
Okay, well, that kid was me.
I know. I mean, I know. So what I want to ask you now is, and I don't know, mom is thinking, what have you, was it your mom?
It was my mom's boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I told her about a year later,
Okay.
and she confronted him, and he confirmed and agreed to it. Like, he just told her, yeah, I did, and that he was not going to do it anymore. And he apologized with a smirk on his face.
And that does not have you in a place of feeling powerful.
No, it doesn't.
No. No.
But like I said, if you call on God, call on Him, He'll direct you.
Do you know who this is?
Yes.
Okay, you know her
Absolutely.
voice. Okay.
Yes, yes, absolutely. See, now you have us. You personally have us.
All right.
Exactly.
It's like if you open up, once you open up, you're opening up now. Once you open it, it's just like opening a jar, anything, or perfume, it is exposed now.
Yeah.
All right? So you need to not, you can forgive a person, but in your heart, you never forget. So you've
Right.
got to talk more to your father about this. Someone else. And it's going to make you feel differently. If you want to take it further to authorities, then you can do that.
Right.
It's too much help out there.
Yeah.
Get help.
But she doesn't have, let me ask you this, how old were you approximately when this happened?
I'm going to say 14, 15.
Okay, so I don't know about statute of limitations on this.
Yeah.
Is she still with him?
No, this is the crazy part. My mom was in the world when it happened. I was too, but
Right.
she was in the world. 3 years later, about 4 or 5 years later, she broke it off, and he tried to kill her, and she ended up giving her life to God. So she's a woman of God now.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's not everyone's situation and
No,
story,
that's
so
right.
that's why I asked.
Right. Do you have a relationship with your mother now?
I do.
Okay. Do you forgive her?
I forgive her, yeah, but I won't forget, of course.
Right.
And so-
Do you think that you could help other kids now? You're in a position of power. Do you
Yes,
feel
you
as though
are.
now your voice can help someone else who didn't have it, just like you?
I would hope so.
I think that could be the position here where God gets the glory.
That's your portion.
And I pray for him.
Yeah.
And I want to continue to pray that justice is done God's way, and that if he has not come to know his need for change, like Mom said, he could be doing this to someone else.
Someone
He may
else.
have left your doorstep, but he could be on someone else's.
Right.
And no,
Right.
it doesn't stop. Molestation doesn't stop when they're of a certain age.
No, that's right.
So this could still be going. My question is, what can we do to change it for someone else? Yes.
And another
Right.
question, V, is because you have a relationship with your mom, is it safe to say that you can still have a conversation to get some resolution on your part?
Well, guess what?
Okay.
Somebody who has a resource says, I can help.
Okay.
This is her 501c3. She works with children and people who have been a
Okay.
part of a family that deals with sexual abuse.
Okay.
Cheryl Roberts has just reached out. She's considered a hope dealer. We love Cheryl. You've not met her. But we need to connect you all. I think
Yeah.
this could be really amazing for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure that happens. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Cheryl Roberts, for reaching out. I'm sorry, Latonya.
No. I was just, and my
Yeah.
thing is just because of the, you're talking about two mature adults now.
Yeah.
That cross paths with someone who shouldn't have been a part of their life anyway. But can you have a conversation, a genuine conversation now about what happened back then so that you can have some peace? Unless you've already gotten peace in the situation. If you have not, then would you engage in that conversation with her mom now? Is that a valid
We've had
question?
a conversation.
Okay.
The only weird thing about it is that I'm more of a listener. Like, I don't
You don't
talk
exchange-
as much about it. So, like, she's apologized numerous times and has broke down crying and asked for forgiveness. And in some way, I feel kind of numb to it.
Okay.
But I don't know how to really talk about it. Like, I can talk about it, but I don't know how it fixes anything sometimes.
Oh, it does. The Bible says it does.
Yeah.
Because it gives the enemy less power. I believe you want to say something.
V, I noticed your comment or your question about what if you do not have a mother, like Mama Sandra, and I really feel you have that now with HOH, and Pastor just said, with you opening up and sharing, and Mama Sandra even touched on it, with you opening up and sharing, basically that is propelling you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
I think that if you haven't went to a counselor, you might want to, think about that. Because it does, I've never gone through that, but when you go through traumatic things, that does help.
Because that emoting process.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's where your peace will come, because you just say you can't have that exchange with your mother. But imagine that you can have that exchange because you're going to empower somebody else who's been through what you're going through.
What I'm attempting to convey.
Yeah, that's where that's your gift, or not so much as your gift, but that's where your purpose may lie.
Right.
Because you've gone through something, and now you can share and explain to somebody who else might have gone through it, or that they've been exposed to something like that, and you can give them some type of direction.
And you naturally are a protector.
Absolutely.
I love it when I see you with our youth.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I want the
Yes.
youth program so much, because I want those kids around us to feel that protection. And I know that your nurturing spirit has that.
And that's when your healing, after all these years, your healing will begin by opening up now and saying things to other children.
That's good.
Like they're saying. Open up. Let it out. Let it out.
Amen.
And
There's nothing you have done, nothing wrong. So you know that. And you know that.
Yeah.
So therefore, open up, teach, teach, and you will heal.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of
and V,
She said me.
and V, actually, I just talked to my parents about something that happened when I was 8 last year.
And
And I had talked to Pastor about it, and she's asked me, have you ever told your parents?
Yep.
And I said, no. And she said, well, you need to call them. And I was like, okay. So I ended up, I was scared.
Yeah.
But I ended up calling them that night, and, they had no idea. And they're, the guy has actually passed away. So there's really nothing that can happen. But I'm no longer in that bondage.
Amen.
Just for your own freedom, just working through it. If not for somebody else, do it for you. Because you definitely deserve that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So let me go ahead and tell you all what we're going to do. This is when you get to sit with wisdom, and it's good. You're listening to Rise Up and Pray on the new Amazing 102.5 FM. It is your do good through good station, and we're highlighting mothers.
Amen.
And guess what? There's going to be a part two.
Yes.
But yet I'm about to make an executive decision. We have only a minute left on air, but we will air the rest of this week.
Amen.
So you want to keep it locked, because we're going to go deeper. However, I'm going to disconnect our social media and restart it. So you'll still be a part of the conversation on social media.
Amen.
So we're going to have it live. So if you're able to still keep it locked with us, join us on Hope Over Hurt Nation on YouTube, where you can see the entire family together. So Hope Over Hurt Nation on YouTube. Subscribe, please. You can also catch us on Wendy J. Turner, WENDI, J. Turner's Instagram, as well as Wendy J. Turner's Facebook. But you can also catch this on hopeoverhurt.org because our information runs concurrently on our Facebook link. And you can also get our app. So if you want to know more, keep it locked. We're about to disconnect because we're at that 7 o'clock hour. And until we meet again, make sure you're getting part 2 of this. You don't want to miss this.
Amen.
Hope Over Hurt family is just about to keep going. Y'all ready to rock with us a few more minutes?
Ready to rock?
You're listening to this moment. Rise up and pray. God, thank you. We love you. We bless your holy name.
Amen.
We know you will because you can.
Yes.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Until we meet again, bye for now.
Bye-bye.